Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of our outdoor series where we talk about the different types of landed. If you guys have not watched our previous episode, we spent a lot of time talking about inter-terraces such as the different price tiers, what buyers are paying right now today, and why two seemingly similar houses can transact at very different prices. If you guys have not watched it yet, do click on this link over here to watch our previous episode.
So before we move on, we have spotted some really good buys for two-story inter-terraces in the landed market that may just fly off the shelves anytime. So do contact either of us if that's something you're looking at. Although I'm not too sure whether by the time this video airs, this will still be available or not.
Similarly, as the market is constantly moving, if you guys would like to be kept in the loop, do reach out to us personally as we are constantly monitoring the landed market.
For today, we'll be moving one step up the landed ladder. Corner terraces and semi-Ds. We'll be doing the same as the previous episode, but for these two categories specifically. If you've ever driven through a landed estate and looked at houses and wondered to yourself, this house at the corner looks quite decent, got side garden. This bungalow looking house over here, the frontage is quite wide, can park a lot of cars. You are not alone. For the untrained eye, or for those of you who have yet to really explore landed, you would probably generalize landed to be all the same, and I don't blame you. But for today, we'll be sharing with you the key differences and the price points, and the margins can be quite substantial.
Here's something that confuses buyers all the time. How can a corner terrace sell for $5.5 million while a semi-detached sell for $5.3 million? Aren't semi-Ds supposed to be better? Well, not always. So today, we are here to show you why exactly that happens, what buyers are paying today, as well as how a few hidden differences can swing values by over $1 million.
As before, we will simplify things into different tiers: single-story original condition house, two-story original condition house, two-story renovated condition, 2.5-story older rebuilt homes, and 2.5-story newly rebuilt homes. And most importantly, what people are paying on the ground today. Continuing on, while data is key, it isn't just about recent transactions. A transaction tells us what has happened. It does not tell us how many offers were rejected, whether there were multiple bids, what's the seller situation, why are they selling, or the strengths and weaknesses of the house.
That's why we always emphasize that context matters. The story behind the transaction is often as important as the transaction itself.
Alrighty, so semi-D and corner terraces, what are the differences? On paper, if we look at just data alone, you will kind of assume that, size and all that is just the same, just that the title is different. Even if we look at land plot or structure alone, one could argue that it looks the same, gives you more or less the same enjoyment. Fundamentally, I guess you can call them same but different. It is only when you start scrutinizing then you will realize that, there are key differences between the both of them. In fact, we've got clients who don't mind one or the other because they are that similar. After all, it is already a huge step up from inter-terraces, which is already an upgrade for most.
Well, what is similar about both of them? Both types have one side that is open, and the minimum width frontage is 8 meters for both, and a minimum plot size of 200 square meters. At one glance, what's the most obvious benefit of owning a corner terrace or a semi-D? You gain windows on one side, meaning you have 3 exposed sides compared to inter-terraces that only have the front and back exposed. This means that you have more natural light coming into the house, better airflow providing more ventilation, and you are going to have better privacy because your house is further away from your neighbour.
With that, you'll get something that most families love: outdoor space. You could have a side garden, outdoor dining al fresco area, space for kids to play, space for pets to run about, even some water features such as jacuzzi, swimming pool and whatnot, fountain if you like. And most importantly, I think a lot of clients also tell us that once they have this kind of usable outdoor space, they will not go back.
And the funny thing is, many first-time buyers assume semi-Ds and corner terraces have massive side gardens. But that is not always true. It can be huge, it can be small. So don't hear corner terraces and semi-Ds and assume that all are the same.
Let's talk differences now. A semi-D is a landed home that shares only one party wall with its neighbour, unlike inter-terraces where it is attached on both sides. A semi-D has one side that is fully open. So simple as that, one party wall and one side is fully open.
So for corner terraces, you can imagine it being situated at the end of a row of inter-terraces. So some might say, hey, if it's at the end of a row of an inter-terrace, they are essentially corner units. But no, the row can also end in the middle. So there are what we call true corner terraces, and there are also corner terraces that are sandwiched next to another corner terrace of another row of inter-terrace. So Clifton, what's the main differences that semi-D buyers care heavily about besides the status, of course?
I mean, characteristically, they are similar in terms of light, airflow and ventilation, but because they only share one party wall, that's where buyers tend to value semi-Ds a lot more, because instead of one row, it's just one party wall, and that's where you have the increase in privacy and exclusivity.
So semi-Ds can be located exclusively in semi-Ds only landed zones. With that, you'll realize that these zones come with wider than usual streets, which means lesser parking issues, lesser neighbours, lesser houses along the streets, lesser congestions, and lesser rubbing of shoulders. Ultimately, you get a sense of being in a more private estate, which sets you apart from your corner terraces. So for buyers who are particular about this, even though corner terraces and semi-Ds might essentially be the same, you might be more inclined to be gunning towards a semi-D.
Yeah, and not just exclusivity, there's a certain sense of prestige that comes along owning a semi-D as to compared to a corner terraces. A different status symbol, if you may, if that's important to you.
But all in all, having a wide frontage for both corner terraces and semi-Ds alike are valued. Buyers also pay attention to things like land size, frontage width and length, driveway space, side setback usability, and future rebuild potential. And these factors can massively affect pricing.
Let's kick it off with corner terraces. They are probably the most affordable entry range into this category, typically ranging from about 2,005 square feet to about 3,000 square feet. More commonly, there are also smaller corner terraces size, around the 2,200-ish square feet. It all depends on the land plot dimensions that are allocated to the row of terraces. And behind me, this is an example of an older one-story corner terrace. And today you'll be generally looking at about 5 million depending on size, frontage and location.
I guess we can generalize that for most single-story homes, many buyers aren't buying it for its structure, they are buying it for the potential of its land. Your once old and dilapidated structure can transform and maximize its potential into a brand new house.
Just note that rebuilding a corner terrace or a semi-D will be more expensive than an inter-terrace. Bigger land plot, bigger GFA, a larger build-up overall. And because it concerns 3 sides and not just 2, you have more to pay for. You have your more external facade, more architectural treatment, more windows, and more external finishes. All things considered, a larger overall footprint, more labor costs, more works to be done.
But in return, you'll get a much more impressive final product. The place will feel significantly more spacious because of the additional site exposure.
And that is why both developers and end users both compete aggressively for such land plots, at good prices of course, especially for those land that has wide frontage and regular land plots.
Now we have a 2-story original condition corner terrace like the one behind us. This is one that we personally transacted around the $5.7 to $5.8 million range. Now, unlike the single-story homes that we discussed earlier, this will appeal to a wider group of buyers because some see it as redevelopment potential, but some can just do light renovations and move right in.
In this case, the buyers were attracted to the obvious corner plot benefits, the usable side garden, and the flexibility to just renovate or do up a simple A&A, or perhaps even rebuild down the road in the future.
Moving on to 2-story renovated corner terraces, this segment is extremely popular today because buyers get the best of both worlds. You get the corner plot benefit without having to rebuild.
For a reasonably renovated corner terrace such like this, around 3,000 square foot land, you'll probably be looking at around 6 million, I would say. Of course, it all boils down to the renovation quality. Some renovations can truly save buyers hundreds of thousands of future costs, but some only look good on photos.
That is why viewing matters, the same thing that we mentioned in the previous episode, because sometimes when price is good and it looks good, sometimes it can be too good to be true. Photos can only tell you so much. Once you step inside, you'll know whether the renovations were done correctly or not, and how much budget you'll need to set aside can be crucial.
Next up, we have the older rebuilt category, something like this behind us. Rebuilt roughly around 15 years ago, does not have a lift, looking slightly dated aesthetically, but still very functional.
And homes like this can have fantastic value because you have significantly more built-out space compared to original homes, but not paying brand new prices.
Just a side note, we are also selling this and it's going for about 7 million-ish. So do let us know if this is something that interests you and you would like to take a look. Just do note that you may have to freshen it up a little bit according to your own taste by way of A&A and renovations. So set some budget aside.
And then we arrive at the category that most people like to look at, your brand new corner terraces. You have your lift, pool, modern facade, floor-to-ceiling glass, high ceiling, everything new and shiny. These homes are built to match today's lifestyle or even for multi-generational living.
And the pricing, well, depending on specification and the land size, it could be ranging from about $8 to $9 million. Especially this one, because this is a 3.5-story home. In short, many buyers see corner terraces as the sweet spot as they get to enjoy the semi-D experience without having to maybe fork out more for the usual larger semi-D plots. Look at where we are, a semi-D only street. Can you see the width of each house, the number of cars that can park inside and outside the house, how wide the street is? It becomes a significant upgrade. With that, don't you feel the exclusivity, the increase in privacy? Semi-Ds generally come in bigger plots, typically from about 2,008 to 3,000 square feet or more, and that's why they are also usually more expensive.
Similar to original condition corner terraces, original condition semi-Ds are sold around the similar price points depending on the location, size, shape and structure. Some can go significantly higher because some plots are significantly bigger, such as 4,000 square feet and above too. We transacted this single-story original condition semi-D at $5.1 million early last year, and for those of you who were asking us to talk about downgrading from a landed, we did in fact help this family right-size from a landed to a HDB, unlocking 7 digits profits for their retirement.
But of course, prices have gone up since then. So for something like that right now, you'll probably be looking at the 5.3 to maybe a $5.5 million range. The buyer that bought this plot bought it for its intrinsic value, being on higher ground, having a good facing and so on. And because of it being on a higher ground, they are planning to do a basement from what I've heard. So I can't wait to see the transformation of this house. They are essentially building a brand new custom family home on a larger canvas.
But again, bigger house, bigger budget, because construction costs can escalate very quickly.
Not forgetting original condition semi-Ds can come in 2-story versions too, with 3 bedrooms at the top. We recently transacted this gem for close to $6 million despite being older.
And that goes to show that it's not all land and square footage in play. Built up square feet matters too, because not everyone wants and or needs to rebuild. Sometimes a simple renovation and A&A could work wonders too.
2 stories renovated semi-D saves you time and money, especially if you are upgrading from a condo or a smaller landed type. No construction headaches, no waiting times for years, and you can just move in.
Today, many renovated semi-Ds sit around the $7 to $8 million range, and the good ones can get snapped up pretty quickly. The value of a good condition house that you can move right into is severely understated. We have one that's on sale over here with a land size of more than 4,000 square feet, so do hit us up if this might interest you.
And then we have the older rebuilt semi-D category, perhaps built over 20 years ago. Not the latest design language, as you can tell, pretty classical outlook, but plenty of usable space.
So many of these homes offer functionality over aesthetics. Imagine a build-out of close to 4,000 square feet at around the $6 million range. But the caveat, you would have to spend about $1 million to do an A&A. But hey, for 2.5 stories at around $7 million range all in, if it could work for you, it could be more than a decent buy.
Finally, the dream category, brand new 2.5-storey semi-D homes. You've got a home lift, pool, entertainment rooms, guest rooms, multiple living spaces, all catered for the new modern family living.
Depending on the land size and specifications, you're generally looking at around the $8 to $9 million range, with prices at premium location going significantly more than that.
So here's the million-dollar question: corners, terrace, or semi-D?
And the answer is, it depends.
Well, that's because a fantastic corner terrace can be better than a mediocre semi-D, and likewise, a well-positioned semi-D can justify every cent of its price point. There is no right or wrong answer here. The only right is what matters to your family needs. And that's why comparing the data is just not enough. We need to really understand what is suitable and what is perfect for you.
At the end of the day, landed homes are all about trade-offs. Privacy versus budget, space versus maintenance, convenience over customization.
At the end of the day, there is no universally best property, only the best one that matches your family's needs. Today, everyone can access all this data online. The challenge is understanding the story behind those numbers.
Because two properties may transact at the same PSF, but one might have a wider frontage, better orientation, higher elevation, or even better redevelopment potential.
And that's where we come in to bridge the gap. We analyze the context behind transactions, we identify value opportunities, and we help buyers avoid costly mistakes.
Sometimes the biggest value isn't negotiating the last $50,000, it's helping our buyers avoid overpaying by $200,000 to $300,000. Because let's be real, these costs do add up. Better still, helping them identify an opportunity before the rest of the market catches on.
And that's what happened to us. One of our memorable cases, we got alerted that one of the seller's situation changed rapidly, right? It was very urgent. And so we hurried and alerted our buyers, to faster come in and seal the deal. But guess what? We managed to secure the deal $400K below valuation. Imagine this was you loving the house and paying $400K lower than expected. Damn good deal, right?
And buying a landed isn't just about finding a house, it's about finding the right house with the right long-term potential. So that's where our experience, our market knowledge, and our groundwork will come in to make a meaningful difference.
All in all, if you're in a serious hunt today, hit us up and we'll spot it for you.
So hopefully today's episode gave you a clearer understanding of corner terraces and semi-detached homes, what buyers are paying today, and why prices can vary so drastically within the same category.
In our next episode, we'll be doing something very different, so do keep a lookout for that.
So if you guys are currently exploring landed homes and need a more tailored breakdown based on your budget and requirement, feel free to contact us.
And if you've been enjoying this landed series by us, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, do let us know in the comments down below if this is what you'd like to continue to watch us do.
We sweat a lot more doing this. I even got a free tanning job from the previous episode.
But luckily both of us are already quite tan now, so not much difference. So if you like them, we'll keep doing them.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye!
Bye!